What's up? What's up? I don't know who told y'all it didn't rain out here in Southern California, but whoever it was, they told you a story. Because it is raining cats and dogs out here. Actually, the winds has died down. We had some wind advisories, but we're in for one of our winter storms. But you know, I'm complaining about our weather, and we have hundreds of lives lost across Mid-America. Our heartfelt prayers and sympathy goes out to those that have lost loved ones in the devastated areas. And I think we should start out our show with 10 seconds of silence for those that have lost it, have perished. Yeah.
Yeah, your volume is real low. And your guess in the queue too. Yeah, it's really low.
Okay, let me see if I can get. Okay. All right. They tell me my volume is low here. Let's see what's going on with my mic. Let's see. How's that? Can you hear me now? I hope. Hopefully that's. Let's see if I can do something with my camera. I'm like, what's up, my man? What's happening, Jabron?
I can't hear anything. I can't.
Okay, let me see.
There's no sound.
Hold on, let's try it again. How's that? Can you hear me now?
Hold up here.
Okay, I can hear you now. Can you hear me now?
Hold up. I'm having technical difficulties on this side myself. Hold up.
Okay. Can you hear me now, SB? Okay. All right.
I'm gonna go out and come back in. I don't know.
All right. Try that. Maybe that's what it was. Anyway, as I was saying, let's start off with 10 seconds of silence for the victims of the tornadoes in the Midwest. So many tragedies in our lives these past couple weeks, months, this whole year of 2020. But I hope everyone stays safe. 2021, excuse me. Hope everyone stays safe for the rest of the year. Enjoy your holidays. Stay safe, everyone. And yeah, let's see if we can get Javon back in the queue as soon as possible. Um, what's up, man? I can only see half your face.
I know because I'm trying to. I was trying to work on my sound. I don't know why my.
I can hear you now, anyway.
I, I, the thing is, I can barely hear you. So that's the thing. It's on my end. So I'm see what I can do here. See if this fixes the problem.
So is that any better? Can you hear me? Now I can't hear you.
You can hear me now.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Perfect. We in the building.
All right, what's going on, my man? What's happening, aka the professor?
Nothing, man. Nothing much, man. Just loving this fourth quarter of boxing. Uh, I mean, actually, basically the last 2 years has been amazing. And I think 2021 is the year of the upset. Like it's been a lot of upsets, a lot of underdogs winning these fights. So man, I'm just I just gotta soak it all in because this doesn't come very often when you just get great boxing.
Well, now there was a lot of controversy was last weekend about Tank. What was your assessment of that fight?
I think it was a good competitive fight. Um, I think Tank did enough to pull it off, even though he fought. I would say at least the last quarter of the fight one handed. So um, you know, I think it was a great fight. Um, People want to kind of take credit away from Tank because they feel like it was a less of a opponent, like because casual fans don't know who the pit bull is, but he showed in the ring that he's definitely one of the top contenders in that weight division. I mean, it's loaded, man. We have a lot of good competitive fighters in that division right now. So I think Tank did what he had to do, and I don't think it was no. To me, it was no controversy. It was clear cut who won. It was a very competitive fight. I'm not saying Tank dominated him and straight wiped this guy out because no, Cruz won some rounds definitely, but I think Cruz should be a shining star now that he was able to display his skills, and Tank now can hopefully heal from his injury and fight a very worthy opponent.
Now, Ugas, what's next for Ugas in 2022?
Well, we don't know. We gotta wait and see if him and Earl is gonna sit here and do this unification, or will Ugas have to face his mandatory? So I mean, I don't know. We just have to wait and see on that one.
But now you know what the talk is with with Arrow, but I think either one of those fights, Terrence or Ugas, is a little too tough of a fight to come back off this long layoff. I would have a tune-up fight first. What is your thoughts?
Uh, I would definitely consider a tune-up fight, and if I had to make my choice between Crawford or Ugas, I think I would lean towards Ugas, fighting Ugas because I feel that he's less dangerous than Crawford. Not trying to take something away from Ugas, but I just feel that Crawford is just on a higher level than Ugas skill wise. So if I was Earl, I would lean more towards the Ugas fight.
Now let's talk about Canelo. Canelo's moving up, and he's acquiring more titles. But is he really fighting the best ones? I mean, to me, like okay, lightweight, uh, Duvall. I don't think he wants that smoke, but uh, Benavidez, no way in hell. Um, and I mean, what's your thoughts of? I mean, I understand he's a champion. He gets to pick and choose who he wants, and he can make fights as he wants because he's the man. But what's your thoughts on Canelo?
I mean, with Benavidez, I mean, I don't think Benavidez ready for that smoke.
No, I
That,
said I said Benavidez.
oh,
Uh,
better. Oh, as far as the light heavyweight division, hey, I
yeah,
mean, Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that he should consider one of those fights, but at the same time, it's prize fighting, and he's gonna look at the best bang for his buck, something that's gonna sell. Even though if you look at the cruiserweight guy, a lot of people don't know who he is. See, that fight ain't about him. It's about Canelo. It's about Canelo making history at that weight division and being multiple division champion. So that's why he could pull that off. But I mean, me personally, I want him to take the more challenging fight. You know, wipe out since you under. My thing is, if since you undisputed at 68, why not be the fighter to wipe out two divisions? Go and wipe out 75. You already test the waters by knocking out Kovalev. Go ahead. Go, utilize your franchise status to go ahead and immediately step in and face one of the champions at light heavyweight and become undisputed in that weight division and be a two division undisputed champion. And then he can go up to cruiserweight and heavyweight if he want to.
Okay. Um, so I'm a big fan of Boo Boo. Boo Boo just did his thing uh, over across the pond. Do you think in 2022 we'll see a match between Charlo and Boo Boo, considering the fact that Canelo is not going to fight either one?
Well, they need to fight each other. I mean, those guys. I mean, everybody need to stop trying to chase Canelo and fight each other. That's why I take my hat off to Danny Jacobs. He wasn't chasing Canelo. He went his own way. He went his own lane. He knocked out Quillen. Then he defended his titles a couple times. Then he got the Triple G shot, made good of himself. It was very close fight. Of course, Triple G didn't want to give him a rematch because Triple G was chasing Canelo. Then Danny Jacobs goes and fight the guy that Triple G ducked, which is Dervinchenko. Even though Triple G fought him later, which we see was a very close fight. Some fans had it for Dervinchenko. He got stripped of his belt because he didn't want to fight Dervinchenko. And that's how Danny Jacobs and Dervinchenko ended up fighting each other for the belt. And that put him in line to end up facing Canelo. So Danny didn't go chase Canelo. He just continued his own journey. And it just so happened it put him in the position to be able to fight Canelo. So that's what those guys need to do. Go and solidify their own destiny, and then that fight will come.
That makes sense, but does it make business? That's the thing. Because I mean, are the Chalos the draw that they used to be, where they can demand who they fight? Is it still like that? I don't think so.
Well, I think to be honest, I really think that the Chalos are good fighters, but I think we might have pushed them out to be greater than what they really are. Based on these last couple of performances, I don't see these last couple of performances as spectacular performances from both brothers. That was a tough fight with Montiel, and then Jamel fight by trying to undispute that was a very tough fight. But you can't take nothing away from the other gentleman either, because hey, you are fighting for undisputed, so the guy has to be some kind of good. But I just don't. Me personally, I just don't think they as good as we might have made them out to be. They're good fighters. I just don't think they're great. And the thing is, we they greatness haven't been really tested with elite fighters. And if they're struggling with B level fighters, then what's gonna happen when you get to the A level? Like with the Canelos.
It seems like Adams Senior definitely agrees with you. Uh, looks like he froze. Okay, no, you're back now. You used the word greatness, so now I have to go another direction. No Nito Donaire.
First ballot Hall of Famer, man. The dude been in the game for what, 16, 17 years, multiple division champion. This guy's about to turn 40 years old and is a defending champion right now. Come on, there's not a lot of guys. Think about it, in that weight division, in those weight classes. Come on. Normally those guys are done by the time they're 32, 33,
He
because you
went
don't
back
got the
down in weight. He
I
went
know.
back.
That's what I'm saying. Like, normally those guys are retiring by the time they're 33, 34. They're not fighting. Their reflexes, they don't have that to be with these young guys throwing 110 punches around like no. And this guy still, and one thing he always pushed was clean fighting. Was about being tested and being a clean fighter. So you to see a clean fighter fight at that level, at that age, come on, man. He's definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer, man. And you know, I'm drooling over here. I'm just can't wait for them to just make the rematch with him and Inoue.
Yeah.
I want that rematch, man. That was a classic fight right there. I want to see that rematch.
Yeah, and he's a very classy gentleman. You can't speak of someone that has been through more trials and tribulations, between his wife and his child. I mean, so he's really been a warrior, no doubt.
Definitely, definitely.
Loma Chico, what'd you think about his performance?
Think it was a good performance, man. The great footwork, good movement. You know, um, he he's just a warrior, man. But also he has that human side in him, and it showed. Some people are just in there to destroy you and to have no remorse. But he showed in the seventh round when he looked to the corner like, look, stop the fight, man. Like, I'm really beating this guy brains out. Please stop the fight. And they didn't want to listen. But of course, you know, you can't take nothing away from Comey for being a warrior, sticking in there. I just hate to see fighters take, a lot of unnecessary damage, because I didn't see, there was no way that he was gonna beat Lomachenko. I didn't see him knocking Lomachenko out. I just think he took a lot of unnecessary punishment that he didn't have to take. But my hat goes off to him for being the warrior that he is, and hopefully he can bounce back and recover. And he's definitely still a threat in the division. He fought an elite fighter, former pound for pound champion. So we can't get caught up in just because somebody lost. He lost trying to be great. He fought one of the best and he lost.
Speaking of your boy Inoue, I think he had a stoppage. What, in the eighth round? He fought the same night that um, who am I thinking of? Who were we just talking about? Donaire. Yeah, they fought the same night.
Man, there was a lot of boxing, man. You had that Conor Ben fight. What
Con,
Katie
Conor,
Taylor.
yeah, Conor Ben fought Chris Algieri, and I mean, it's been a while since Chris has been in the ring, and I, what did you think? I mean, I understand Chris. It was a good fight. It was a good fight for Chris, in the sense of him getting back in the ring. He showed some of his ring rust, of course, but getting back in at such a high level. What did you think about Chris's performance?
Shout out to the champ in the building. But Chris, he gave a solid effort. I mean, he did what he could do. I mean, we all know he don't have a lot of pop. Man, he stood as long as he could last, and then he just got caught with a devastating shot. And I wish him the best, man. I think is he's getting towards the end of his career. He's a great analyst, very articulate on the mic, and
Nutritionist too.
a great nutritionist. Yes, also in sports medicine. I think he could thrive in both of those things. And I just wish him the best going forward. And you hear Conor Ben, on the other hand, is calling out the likes of Adrian Broner at this time. So we shall
Yeah,
see what happened with that, because Adrian was on social media reaching out to Eddie Hearn, so you never know. He go to that side of the street and get a fight in.
yeah. It's amazing, that Broner can still maintain. He can maintain that audience. He puts butts in seats, man.
Yeah,
As much as I hate to, I'm
I
not a
need it.
Broner fan, but he does put butts in seats. So
Yeah.
you know,
Hey, yeah. Hey, listen, how y'all doing, man? Y'all good?
We good. We good, champ.
Okay, okay. Hey, I see James going like this, like he like, hey, see me. What's up, man?
I was looking back on some of the Ring magazine stuff when you came in there. I see you got on that sombrero.
Oh
See,
man.
now that was the reason why I asked you about Jabron, about the fight with Tank,
Yeah.
because somebody that's in the house
Yeah.
accused the judges of being biased toward Tank.
Yes.
And then he had nerve enough to break out the black sombrero.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Isaac
For
Cruz,
Tank's opponent.
pit bull, man. Man, listen, that pit bull bit into the tanks behind. Now, I don't know how y'all saw the fight, but I'm watching the fight. I ain't paying attention to what the commentators are saying, because you gotta remember they all work for Showtime. Whether PBC, Showtime, or time, Gervonta Davis. So what was crazy is when I saw the highlights, I already knew it. I said, now watch in the highlights. They're gonna show everything that Gervonta Davis did and nothing that Isaac Cruz did. And all I saw all highlight long. Oh, another one for Gervonta. Oh, look at those uppercuts. It's like the other guy wasn't even in there. It kind of reminded me of the contender. So if they gave you the fight, they gonna show all your highlights and never the other guy highlights. So I lost to a
Well,
guy named Steve 2 pound fours on right? Even though I really beat him. What they did, they showed all his highlights and they showed none of mine. And it's like, K9, that boy beat you. I saw the fight. Like, no, you didn't.
did they show Caleb playing highlights?
Exactly. He ain't had no highlights.
But okay,
He was dying. He was like,
Jabron, what do you think about the upcoming fight between Benavidez and Marcus Brown?
Marcus Brown going to sleep.
night.
Marcus Brown going to sleep. He got good boxing skills. but he don't got the chin to hold up to that, man. You know, it's like he don't really know how to utilize his height to his advantage and use that reach and footwork and put it all together. It's like he has the attributes and the tools that he just don't know how to put it together. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, we pull it for him, but it's one thing to pull for somebody, it's another thing to go out there and handle your business. And you know, Top Rank,
you know Scully's you know Scully's at Benavidez's corner, so you know who I'm leaning toward.
No, Bar Aram said that Canelo is going to fight Benavidez. He's looking to fight Benavidez, and I'm like, Top Rank must be promoting Benavidez because Canelo ain't going nowhere near Benavidez. I don't care how much money involved. You can put up $1 billion.
You mean better be.
Yeah, Benavidez.
Yeah. He ain't gonna see him at all. At all. Trust me.
I don't think he's gonna see Duvall either, but you know that we'll see. After he gets, I think he'll do the same thing with that title that he did after he beat Kovalev. You know, it's just one of the trophies up on his room, and I'm a multi-division, like you said, Jabron, a multi-division champ.
Right. Yeah. Back to what's the nutritionist name again? The nutritionist that got knocked out
Wait a minute. Hold on. Now he was in Crump Gym with you, and you gonna forget his name?
No, he was never at Crump Gym with us.
Chris Al Jr.
Sugar Hill probably was out of the same gym he was. He would never. If he was with us, I wouldn't forget him. Nah, Tyson Fury was with us. Okay.
And if he was with y'all, he'd be hitting harder, right?
Way harder. and he would have been prepared for that fight. He would have just took the fight. Yeah. That was just a money grab. He went and grabbed the money. And that was it.
Hey, you can't. How long has it been? You talk about how long Gary Russell been out the ring.
Oh my goodness. Where has he gone? Oh, where's Gary Russell Jr.? Hey man, that man is the champion of the world. And he ain't even fighting. Ain't fought in what, 2 years?
Wow.
Man, somebody being blackballed. Somebody contract. Hey, ain't right. Yeah, but when you sign, I'm not saying that he specifically signed his life over. When you sign a contract that's not into your advantage, into your promoter's advantage, your advisor's advantage, there ain't nothing you can do. You got to sit down because all that money that's being generated that's out here to be made. Ain't nobody tell me that he not fighting because he don't want to fight because the contracts ain't right or because he ain't fighting because he ain't allowed to fight.
I think that might be true.
Yeah.
But I mean.
Yeah. Hey, you see that guy Packer right there? Me and Guy Packer fought before. This guy right here. Actually tuned in right here on Facebook.
You got an echo behind you.
I do?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Tell SB to listen.
SB, can you hear me? Is it?
Yeah, it's a little echo.
Yeah, so how's the weather down there where you are, Jabron?
It's been bipolar. Like one day is like 78 degrees, and then the next day it might be like 40 degrees. So it's real bipolar around this time of the year.
K9, you got snow up your way, don't you?
No, we don't have no snow.
What?
No. We ain't. Hey, listen, we switched over to LA weather. We're warm today.
It's raining like cats and dogs out here. So you ain't in LA weather.
Yeah. That's what I said. We switched weather. That's what I said. We switched weather.
Jabron, what did you think about Clarissa Shields' two bouts in MMA? I said that that one young lady, she's set for life. She can sell T-shirts. I beat the GOAT.
She's
Uh-huh.
Clarissa. She has to work on her ground game as far as her MMA. Like, if she's gonna continue in that sport, she really has to work on her ground game. She's good standing up, but once you get her on the ground, it's like she don't know how to really grapple and wrestle on the ground and get out of moves and stuff. It's like she's stuck. So if she want to continue in that sport, that's something that she really have to work on. But looking like she's about to get back in the boxing ring, which I love to see. So
Yeah.
so she could defend that title,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm waiting for.
Hey, Jabron, SB said that we probably echoing because I don't think because you don't have no earphones on, and it's either you on your phone or your computer that's got us echoing.
Hold up. How about now?
It's him because I'm not echoing. I don't. No, I have a little echo too. So
Yeah,
that
I
might
can
be
hear
it.
you.
Yeah. But anyway, so let's see, what's this? Brona might not make it at 140. They got Gary Antonio Russ. What do you think about the young Gary Antonio, Jabron? You've been watching him since we had the Sunday show.
Yeah, I mean his time is coming, man. He's rising up. I just want him to definitely get like a lot of rounds in,
Yeah.
because when you get these young fighters coming up knocking out everybody, you ain't really getting the experience. So I would love for him to like definitely get some more quality rounds of like worthy opponents, solid opponents, maybe some former champions, things like that, so you can work on some things. So when he get in there with those A+ fighters, he'll definitely be ready, because he has the pedigree.
Hey, you know what? I'm glad you said that because you kind of reminded me of a person that's doing exactly what you're saying right now, Devin Haney.
Devin Haney.
Yeah. Yeah, he just listen. He getting experience by getting around. He getting there with guys that he should beat, but he getting there with guys that he can't knock out. And it's giving him a lot of experience that he actually needs to be able to compete or be able to defeat the top quality guys like Gervonta Davis and the Shakur Stevensons. He need that extra work and guys that can help him get better. Because he had like a clean ride straight to the top. And he built his social media following, and he popped up out of nowhere. I mean, we know who he is because he's at Floyd Mayweather Gym, but he had a lot of fights overseas and built the record up. And now he's looking good. And he's actually fighting a better competition, to be honest with you.
So wait a minute, hold it now. How come you like Devin Haney, who fights out of Floyd's gym, but you don't like Tank that fights out the same gym with the same guy in the corner?
No. Let's not get it confused. I like Tank a lot. As a fighter, I like Tank better than I like all the lightweights. It's just that the guy who won the fight, in my opinion, was Isaac Cruz. Now, I had this on the same night that he actually had this on. And he happened to make us both look good. But I like Tank and I like Devin Haney. And we the same color. Why would I like him? The guy that came from the mud to get to the top, man, I like him. It's just that I'm gonna call it ace and a spade a spade. We're in a game to tell the truth. We already got a lot of guys that's butt kissers, hashtag Showtime commentators. But we gotta keep it 100. This is dog pound. And we gotta tell the truth. God said the truth shall set you free. So we gotta let it be known.
Oh man, uh, Jabron, I know you don't get a chance to run with us too much. What's going on down in your neck of the woods? You hear anything? Any fights out there in the DC area? Any major amateur things going on down there? I know you try to keep your finger on the pulse. You mentioned a little bit about some of the ladies. We've had Melissa on the show too.
Nah, I haven't, checked out or seen any upcoming events or anything like that. But far as boxers from the local area, we just had what was the Olympian Davis, Keyshawn Davis.
Yeah.
He
Good.
just performed, and then also Jerry Forrest just fought, I think 2 weeks ago. Jerry Forrest fought on a Thriller card. So that's about it from my neck of the woods in my area, as far as boxing.
Yeah, that was Michael Hunter was on that card. Bones that went out there to help him train for that fight. I think it ended up with a draw, right?
Right. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. But what did you think about the big boy,
Who?
Michael
Which
Hunter?
one?
Michael Hunter.
I like Anderson, Mr. Anderson.
Hunter. I mean, he's solid. I think he'll probably be better at cruiserweight instead of heavyweight.
Interesting. Uh, that, maybe Bones will point that out to him after he got that draw. Yeah. But
Yeah, I missed the fight. I wish I would have saw the fight. Did y'all see Mr. Anderson?
no, I did not see Mr. Anderson.
Oh
I
my
was
goodness. He came in the ring, looking like a pimp. He had the little pimp hat on and he had a little white fur. Went out there and man, listen, he made his opponent look like Bambi. His knees. Oh man, you know what Bambi beat? Bambi ain't got them legs. Man, oh listen, he's somebody to really pay attention to. Word on the street, he gave Tyson Fury the business. And I ain't talking about real estate.
okay. All right. I haven't seen Mr. Anderson. I
Oh
watched.
man, Jared Anderson, you saw him. Trust me, you saw him. He fought on ESPN. He heavyweight prospect.
No, I mean, this week because I watched was it Nonito Donaire was on Friday.
Oh yeah. They had a couple of fights on though.
Yeah. So I had to watch Nonito. He's
Yeah.
so
Hey,
yeah.
listen, that guy Jared, man, listen, that boy right there, he that next guy, man. Hey, listen, we gonna run from him. We gonna run real fast away from him. All of them.
What do you think about Jared?
Anderson?
Yeah,
Jared.
Mr. Anderson.
Man, he the truth. He definitely solid. I'm just so shocked that he's grasping everything so quickly.
Yeah.
Now
you gotta listen. I saw Jabron. I saw him in the gym, right? And I mean, I never knew who he was or none of that, right? I saw him in the gym sparring with one of our guys. One of our guys is getting ready for this big fight. And if he wins this big fight, he gonna fight against Anthony Joshua. Man, he was down there giving my guy that work. I'm like, who's this guy? Man, Jared Anderson. I said, okay. He's on there playing, just having fun. I mean, like, man. Then I don't want to say no names, but it's another guy here who sparred with him who was undefeated. And he was like, man, I was down there sparring with a man, and man dropped me. He said he gave him, man, this guy, he been a beast. That's how come he signed with Top Rank, and he signed with Jay Prince. Jay Prince ain't no fool. He gonna sign a top guy. If you know, the first guy he signed was Floyd Mayweather. You don't know that, but he was Floyd Mayweather's manager. So he got the top guys. He got Kurt Stevenson. He got Jared Anderson. He had before Andre Ward retired. He had Andre Ward. So he knows talent. I remember when I was current champ, he called me, tried to get me too. But my mind was playing tricks on me. You know, because you know, yeah, he the manager of the Ghetto Boys. My mind was playing tricks on me, so I didn't do it.
You was that when you signed with Don?
That was no, I was already. I think I was out the contract with Don at the time.
Oh,
Hey,
that,
listen,
that was when your mind
Only in America.
only in America. Listen, all the rap CEOs was trying to sign me. 50 Cent tried to sign me. Jay Prince tried to sign me. Some people from Rock Nation tried to sign me. And Big Baby Brother, he tried to sign me. I'm like, all these rappers want me. I'm not with the Illuminati at all. I can't mess with it. No, I can't do it.
Oh man, hey, but Jabron, what's up, man? You got to leave us? You on the shift tonight or what?
No, I don't got nowhere to be.
Oh, okay, all right. You can hang out with us then. All right, hey, but tell us how the job's going down there, man. You know, Jabron working one of them 5-star resorts, K9. You know, he be
Yes.
down there. He be down there. You know, with the big people and whatnot. So, you know, every once in a while he decides to come down and talk with us. But I mean, you know,
Yeah. You know,
Well,
we having an echo. So I mean, I need to get with SB and figure out what it is because I want them to be able to hear us, man. We having a good conversation, but
all right. So I'm gonna click off, and we'll see how the echo is, and
okay,
then come back in.
okay. All right, Jay.
yeah.
Yeah, she was right. See, no echo now. Yep, ain't no echo. So yeah, it was something that like he might have us on the computer. He might be going live through the computer.
Yeah, maybe. Because we were having trouble before when he was here, when we couldn't hear each other. So maybe that was it. He was having
Yeah.
some computer problems, but
Yep.
so
Somebody said, "Yep, good now."
so what's going on, man?
Oh man, just trying to stay out the way. You know, all I could do is pray. You know, and make it to see another day. I just left the gym. You know, that's why I got on here a little bit. You know, a few minutes after y'all went live. You know, man, I had a long day, man. Been just training a bunch of people, trying to get everybody right. You know, I got a little fighter, named Lil DJ. He fight this weekend in the Silver Gloves.
Okay.
So it's a lot going on.
And what's going on with your son? You getting him in another couple tournaments, or are you gonna get ready for him to turn pro next year?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for him to go ahead and I'm really ready for him to go pro, but I just want to make sure that he's really, really focused, you know, because you can. I don't want you to have to get ready to get ready. You know, you gotta already be ready. You know, I just can't. You can't play boxing. I'm not going to have you go pro, and you ain't doing certain things as an amateur because ain't no now all of a sudden you take a loss in pros. Now you're going to get serious. Oh, it's too late now because you can't. You lose one fight in the pros in a boxing. It's over. They would throw you, man. They would throw you away so quick. It's like going to jail. It's like murder. They'll throw you away. It's over with. Listen, there's no key for that. But the difference in MMA is you can lose 10 fights in a row. They like you or love you. They like you or love you regardless.
All you got to do, all you got to do is be able to put on a fight. If you can fight in MMA, it doesn't matter whether you win, lose.
Exactly.
All you got to do is be able to entertain.
Exactly.
Are you not entertained? That's what.
Yes. Hey, listen, and you gotta love that about them guys, man. That but the only thing about that is like they actually are the beginning of boxing. In the beginning of boxing, the fighters wasn't being treated fairly. It took years on top of years and champions on top of champions. It took a long legacy for the fighters to actually start getting respected. Now, if you look up, man, your fighters are promoting the fights. They getting part of the pay per view. Boxing game is a whole different game. Like we taking less punishment, but making way more money than an MMA fighter. So and the reason why is because we paid our dues. And I say we because I'm a fighter. And I'm saying we because Muhammad Ali, he was a fighter. Sugar Ray Robinson, another fighter. Tommy Hearns, another fighter. Just the greats on top of greats, Jack Johnson. I can go on and go on and go on. MMA don't have that same track record. They can't say
Well,
they
they
can't
don't
say
have that. They don't have that history either.
that's
So
what I'm talking about. They don't have that history.
no, they
So,
definitely don't have that history. I mean,
and that's what they need. But at the same time, they better wake up real fast because the time ain't waiting on nobody. But you get hit in the head. I'm talking about you getting knee while you're on the canvas. You getting elbow. I'm talking about getting your face knocked off. And you mean to tell me that you're not making more money than a boxer and your brand? If you go look at the
but wait a
average
minute.
MMA fighter
But
and the
wait a
average
minute. Hold it
boxer,
now.
the
But
two top guys,
hold on.
look and tell me who brand is bigger.
Hold on. Hold on.
Okay.
If what you're saying is true,
Yeah.
then why did Clarissa Shields have to go to MMA to make more money than she could make boxing?
Okay, let me put my hat on. Let me put my other hat on. Let me put my other hat on, champ.
Okay.
Let me put my boxing hat on.
Okay.
Hold on, champ. Okay. All right. Now, the reason why,
because she took a L
yeah.
that she did not need to take.
Now, it's a big difference. It's dang if I don't and dang if I do. You gotta remember though, boxing was dominated. It has always been dominated by the men. Same as in basketball. But basketball has been dominated by the men, But then came a young lady who said, I can hoop too. I could do what the man do. Same as in boxing games. Shoot, I could punch, I could fight. I could fight too. And, it's a different world. It's a different world. And in a different world, a woman is not going to get paid the same as a man, especially, when a man can dunk. When every man in the NBA can dunk and every woman in the NBA can't dunk, you got out of 100% women, you got 1% women that can dunk. You might have out of a whole team, a whole 10 teams, you might have one lady that can dunk. Well,
It's a lot closer to that now. It might be about 20% now.
never. No. We can put the money on that.
You got. Don't you have a women's team in Detroit? I think it's called the Mystiques.
No, we had the best female basketball player team ever. We had this just shot. Remember?
And you had at least 3 women on that team that could dunk.
Well, you tell me who? Tell me one.
Candace Parker can dunk.
But she wasn't on our team.
No, you just said name one that can dunk. Candace Parker can dunk.
No, you said
hold on. Well, no, hold on. Well, give me some names on your team. Give me some names from the shot, and I'll tell you whether or not they can dunk.
I'm gonna give you one person name that probably could dunk, and that's it.
Okay.
It was
now you said there wasn't none.
I said probably. I didn't say she could. I said probably. Carl Malone daughter. Carl Malone. Carl Malone daughter was she's a giant.
Go on YouTube. She can dunk.
Yeah. Go on probably YouTube. Probably the only one.
The girl, the girl whose wife just I think they the girl from she won a championship, NCAA championship. She I can't think. Her wife as a couple they just adopted a baby. She was an Olympian too.
Yeah,
she's an Olympian. I believe she's a 2-time, if not 3-time national
Mm,
champion,
mm.
NCAA. If I'm trying to think of whether she went to she didn't go to Tennessee. She went to that other woman's school. Uh, and there's a girl from the University of Connecticut that can dunk. That was a national champion. Caucasian lady, even. Um, yeah, I could name you about 5 women if I knew their teams. I could name you
Five,
about 5 that could
five
dunk
out of
right
all.
there.
Now hold on, 5. You get on one basketball team of
No,
men.
no,
You
no,
get
no, no. Hold on.
10.
Wait a minute now. But you said that there was that you couldn't. I'm saying that there is probably
Okay.
out of all of the women's rosters
Yeah.
today.
Okay.
I'm telling you, today you probably have. Let's see. I think there's 15 women on a team. 6 teams. 15 times 6. What's that? 15 times 6. 70 people? No, that's 90. That's
Okay.
90. So out of 90, I'm saying you got at least 15 that could dunk. That's
15?
20%. That's 20%.
15 out of 90?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. 15 I don't think no 15 out of 90 girls can dunk. No,
I
no,
said
no. I'm just
professional.
telling you,
I
yeah,
said professional. I
that's
said
a
I said
point.
professional.
I don't think
Okay.
so.
When
All right.
when when I come when I w- remind me next week when I come on the corner,
All right.
I'm gonna go
Out of
I'm gonna
90.
go I'm gonna go through each women's basketball team, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you each one that can dunk.
Okay, I can't wait.
Okay.
We ain't
Eh,
wait. You can't
okay.
look.
Uh,
Somebody just said, no way. Somebody said, no way. Hey, no way. I'm telling you, boy. Out of 90 females, you mean to tell me 15 can dunk? No,
15. 15.
no,
And
no.
each one of them that I'm gonna name is gonna be 6'6" or taller.
6 foot. It better be. The only way they're gonna be a dunk for a
Well,
female.
wait a minute. Well, no, hold it now. You know, so it up now. You had Muggsy Bogues that was a man at 5'4" that could dunk
No
and won a
Muggsy Bowl
dunk.
couldn't dunk. No
What?
Muggsy Bowl couldn't dunk.
Most Muggsy Bogues could dunk.
No, you get it mixed up. You get it mixed up with Spurs. What's his name? Muggsy. Dang, what's his name?
Spud could dunk too. Spud Webb,
Spud.
Spud.
There you go. Not
Both
Muggsy
both
Bowl though.
both of them could dunk.
I bet you 100 push-ups Muggsy Bowl
There
couldn't dunk.
you
Spud
there,
Webb could.
there you go. There you go again. See, you
You know
always want to get
push-ups.
push-ups, but you don't never pay up.
I
See,
do.
that's the thing. You
Man,
don't never
listen,
feel.
we end
You
up
don't.
breaking even. I ain't
Oh
saw big
yeah,
no
yeah, yeah,
push-ups
yeah,
yet.
yeah. There you see.
Hey, we got to
you
tell
got
SB about
you,
that one. SB,
you, you
Jerry
got you got.
said, Muggsy Bowl can dunk.
Look it up on
Muggsy
YouTube.
Bowl can't touch the nets,
What?
let alone dunk.
Muggsy Bogues was the first little man.
No. That was that crazy.
Spud Webb was the first little man to win the dunk contest.
Yes,
But
yes.
you said that Muggsy Bogues couldn't dunk. I didn't
He
say he
couldn't.
couldn't dunk in the game. I said he could dunk.
He can't dunk. No, it wasn't. I'm telling you, it was
Go
another guy. I know you're
go
talking
on
about. It's the other
YouTube.
guy. That's the other
Go
little
on
guy.
YouTube. Go on YouTube. Look up, put Muggsy Bogues highlights in
No,
and see if Muggsy Bogues could dunk.
I guarantee
Like,
you. I
I said,
guarantee you.
Spud Webb was the
It,
first little man to win the dunk
it was that little
contest,
guy. It
but
was
he
the little
wasn't
guy
the first one to win. I
Jake
mean,
Paul
he
knocked
was,
out.
huh?
It was the little guy Jake Paul knocked out. What's his name? Yeah, dang. Nate Robinson. Nate Robinson.
What's
Nate
Nate
Robinson.
Robinson got to? What's he got to do with Muggsy Bogues?
I'm telling you, Nate Robinson was one of the guys you might be thinking about that
Nate
was
Robinson could dunk too.
absolutely. But hey, listen, Muggsy Bogues, you know how tall he was? You mean to tell me you think he could dunk? I even know he. That man was 5'3", 5'4".
And so was Spud Webb.
No, Spud Webb was 5'7". See,
Let
look,
us see.
somebody look. Muggsy Bogues was 5'3". You think he 5'3"? He was dunking anything?
I said Muggsy Bogues could dunk. I didn't say he could dunk in the game.
Oh,
I
he
said
can't dunk. He can't even dunk. At 5'3", man, you know how hard it's to be a dunk and you 5'3".
Muggsy Bogues Wikipedia, former basketball player, the shortest basketball ever to play. He
Thank
was
you.
5'3".
Yeah.
Okay. Now, yeah, I understand that. But when Muggsy Bogues went to Wake Forest,
Yeah,
okay, he went to Paul. He even went to Paul Lawrence Dunbar in Baltimore. Muggsy
exactly.
Bogues. They have highlights. Hold up, let me find this out.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Oh yeah, we got something else for you right here. Somebody did some homework. Listen to what David said. Since the WNBA was formed in 1997, only 7 players have managed to dunk. As of
In a
September
game. In a game. I
2021,
did
only
in a
28
game.
dunks have been scored in WNBA. It
In
don't
a
count.
game.
It don't
I
count
didn't.
if you dunk. If you dunk and it ain't in the game, it
That's not.
don't count.
That's
It
not.
don't
That's
count.
not. That's not what you said. You said that there was not 20% of the women that could dunk. I said that there's 20%. I didn't say they could do it in a game. I didn't say they had ever did it in a game. I said that there's 20% that can dunk. Now, how many made it in a game and how many can dunk is two different questions.
Now, the average female was 5'9".
That's not what I
They
said.
not dunking
That's
nothing.
that's not what I said.
They
You talking
dunking
about
donuts
you said
in the milk.
you brought up a guy, whoever it was, because I'm looking up Muggsy Bogues right now. But
Oh
you
yeah, yeah,
brought
yeah.
up a
Please do
guy.
look at that. Keep
You
my
you
pussy up.
your guy said that those women dunked in the game. I did not say that they could dunk in a game. That's the
Oh,
game. The game.
oh,
If they dunked in a practice line,
yeah.
I said that there's 20 women that can dunk.
Oh man,
I didn't say they did it in a game.
I want
I
you
said
to
they could
show
do
me.
it. Period.
Call them, get all 20 of them on the show, so we can talk about this one. Hey, but now let's get back
No.
to Clarissa Shields. Clarissa
Yeah.
Shields. Now look, you saying that she had to go over to MMA. Yes, because it's different. When you a female in boxing, you're not gonna generate the same kind of money as the GOAT. Her being a GOAT, probably the greatest woman of all time, right? If she was a man and she was the greatest of all time, her stock would be tremendously all the way past the roof. But her being a female, the brand isn't the same for females
Well,
as it is for
but
men.
but
And
but
so
then
she had to cross
again,
over to make money. Same thing Conor McGregor did. Conor McGregor wasn't making the same kind of money he made when he fought Floyd Mayweather. He had to cross over. So she said, "Let me go ahead and cross over to MMA." And if she
okay,
would have kept winning, she would have made a whole bunch of money. She'd have fought
yeah,
against
she
what's the girl name?
Serrano or Nunez, any of
Yeah,
them.
Nunez, exactly. She didn't make it. She didn't make it to that though.
Nunez just lost, by the way,
Yeah, I
just so
heard
you
that.
could. But
I was surprised.
here's the thing, okay? Because you
Yeah,
told our audience
yeah.
that Clarissa Shields
Oh, here we
was
go.
the very first woman to ever make $1 million.
Yeah, who told you that?
You said that.
I said that. Oh boy, you go put stuff in my. Hey, listen, I did not. I don't know if I said that or not. Maybe I did. If I did, guess what? It's because of the contract she just signed. She just signed a contract for
That's the
$1
new
million.
contract. That's the
Yes,
new
new contract.
contract.
That's what I'm talking
Right.
about.
But
Yep.
you said, but you have said on the show that Clarissa Shields has made more money
Yeah, there you go. I say that.
than okay. So then it was just greed that made her go over to
No, no,
MMA
no, no. She
because
was
she
she was
wasn't
trying to expand
satisfied
her
making $1
brand.
million, huh?
She's trying to expand her brand and expand her brand to get millions of dollars. Because just think about it, you done accomplished more in boxing than any boxer that's accomplished right now. If you go look at anybody that's doing anything in boxing, probably besides Canelo,
Okay, then
she has accomplished more than anybody. She
okay,
undisputed. She's
okay,
undisputed in 2 different weight classes.
so did she hurt her brand by trying to expand her brand
No, she
and
can't. She
going
can't
over
hurt
there?
it.
What do you mean she can't hurt it? She got knocked down in the first fight,
Okay,
and
and
then
how
she
she hurt
lost.
it?
and then she lost the second fight.
But tell me this: how could she hurt it when she came straight back to boxing and signed $1 million contract? Let me
Yeah,
rewind that. She came straight back to boxing and got $1 million after her loss. So she actually her loss was her win because now it's getting
okay.
her back
So
into the
so
sport.
so
She's
so
good
in
at,
other words,
real good at.
so in other words, when you talking about business, her going over to MMA,
All business.
but but was it a good business decision?
Yes.
Because
Think about it.
because
She's making $1 million now.
you said she made $1 million before she left.
I don't remember saying that. You gotta have to pull that one up. Pull that one up and let me see that one. She's made in her earnings, she's made $1 million. She hadn't made $1 million yet. She even said herself that she hadn't made $1 million. She figured if she go over there and expand her brand to MMA, she would get the fan base. She would get the big fight with the Amanda Nunes and all them. Because you gotta remember, when she wasn't signed an MMA fight, she had no fights as an MMA person. But since she had a big name for boxing, that's the reason why she signed to a major team. A
Well,
major
well, Conor McGregor. I mean, that blueprint was already there. She followed
exactly.
it.
She took advantage of it.
Yeah, she took advantage of that one.
Absolutely.
But I'm just saying,
Can you blame her?
you, no, I can't blame her, but
Yeah.
I do think that she exposed herself. And the
How?
reason, okay, I'm going to tell you how.
Okay.
Because now more fighters think that she's vulnerable.
Not in boxing. That was MMA. She's back in a boxing ring. She's she's
Don't
vulnerable
you?
in
Don't,
MMA because she's not an MMA fighter. She did it
don't
for
you?
business.
Right, but don't you think just like and I know that you observe everything that happens in the ring.
Yeah.
Don't you think that some fighter, some manager, somebody out there looked at her footwork and said,
We
you
don't want
know,
to fight her.
that-
Stay
hey,
away. Exactly. Yes, indeed. They
you,
said that.
so in other words, you don't think that let's see, I think it might be the second time she's fought her. Uh,
Savannah. Okay.
franchise. I mean, you don't think that after looking at that she's thinking, like maybe I might want a rematch with Clarissa. You don't think?
Boxing and MMA is two different sports. She lost the
But
MMA
footwork.
fight, not a
I
boxing match.
understand. Okay,
It's different.
but
It's not the same. Footwork is different than everything.
but you don't think that some of those contenders looked at her and said, "Now I'm not saying that none of them are going to beat her. I'm
Oh,
not saying
oh.
I'm not saying that that they're necessarily going to beat her, but I'm saying just like you know uh, uh,
What did Tyson say? Everybody got a plan until they get hit in the face.
there you go.
So,
There you go.
so
There
soon
you
as she hit
go.
them in their face, wow, they're gonna say, "Oh man, hold on, she back, she back."
Now, okay. So, do you see? Would you suggest her having a tune-up or her going straight into a tough fight? Like, well, let's see who. I don't even know who would be her toughest fight right now.
Savannah Marshall, the girl that beat her in the amateurs. That's the fight
That
they're building up. They're building that fight up
the
with her.
amateur, just like you talk about the MMA
Yeah,
and boxing,
yeah,
amateurs and pros are much different too. I
absolutely.
thought
But they building that fight up, even
they
though
might
listen,
they might
she
be
lost
building
one
it up.
fight in her whole life in boxing, and that was to this girl named Savannah Marshall, who is undefeated right now. She wasn't signed with the same people, Sky Sports, who signed both girls, and they setting up a big major pay
I
per view
thought
fight between those two.
I thought Clarissa was shine with the you
Yeah,
got what's
yeah,
his name?
Sleater Promotion.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you know what? If it was money to be made, they're signing off to be able to make some extra money. So she got a few promoters. She got a
okay.
promoter on top of a promoter. They'll do business as long as they make dollars and it makes sense. They'll work something out. Think about
Now
it. Just like with pay per view, on Showtime and ESPN. The money, it made sense. So they made the money. They all did business together. The first, can you tell me? I bet you can't tell me this, JK. The very first time Showtime and HBO did business together, and who and what fight was it that they did business together with?
No, I probably can't tell you. I probably
And it
can't
was
tell
a
you because
card that I fought on. History. And it was a person that everybody was feared of, a heavyweight.
everybody was. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Larry Holmes.
What nobody scared of me, Larry Holmes?
You wasn't nobody scared of Larry Holmes.
Look,
You better check Larry Holmes' record
man,
out.
hold on. I said that everybody was feared of, and I fought on his undercard. Larry Holmes was before my time. I fought on his undercard. Everybody
Okay.
feared him. Think about it. I bet you somebody can go in here right now and tell you exactly who it was. Everybody was feared of him. Everybody was feared of him. He sold out arenas. He made boxing. He took boxing to a different level.
Mike Tyson.
Okay, now there we go. Mike Tyson. Somebody here talking about some George Foreman. Somebody else talking about Holyfield.
See,
No,
see
Mike
how
Tyson.
see how old them guys think.
Oh no. But
George,
Foreman
George,
came back though.
George Foreman. You fought on the George Foreman undercard.
Oh my goodness. No. This guy
Oh.
here. Jimbo Slice, one love. Hey, no. I heard Mike. Listen. No, Mike Tyson fought Lennox Lewis. That was the very first, at that time, that was the highest pay-per-view number of all time before Floyd and Manny Pacquiao fought. I fought on the highest pay-per-view undercard or pay-per-view fight of all time. And that was the first time HBO and Showtime did business. They like, we ain't got no choice. Yep.
All right, well, hey, uh, you made history more than once then.
Oh man, quite a few times. You got to remember.
So
No, go ahead. We ain't
no,
gonna talk about my history, boy, because I got history for days.
well, let's what did you
That'd
think
have been a good
about
fight.
what did you think about Nonito's performance?
Man, listen, he make the OGs like me feel proud and happy that I'm still in the game, champ. You know what I mean? Oh man, he made Mike Tyson proud. He made Holyfield proud. Hey, he made George Foreman proud. He made Manny Pacquiao wish he took that fight he took where he ended up had to retire. Oh man, listen, I was very happy, man. I like Nonito. I watched Nonito when he threw that left hook that one time and had that guy shaking like this. Oh man, Nonito, boy, listen. Nonito hit you so hard, man. You mess around and look like you got a seizure or having a
It,
seizure.
it it don't even look like it. Though. I mean, then all of a sudden he hit that what was that left hook to the liver.
Yeah, that boy a beast. That boy. I just let you know though, man. You know,
My man got up and his legs said, "No, you better get back down."
yeah. That's why I say if you take care of your body, you keep God first. You know, you stay away from drinking, stay away from the blunts. You know, for all these blunt smokers on here, don't be trying to smoke blunts and trying to box. You know, or trying to run
See,
track.
that,
None of that.
all that I think is a little bit different. Uh, guys that are still trying to perform
Yeah,
at a
on the
very
highest level.
on a very high level like that. There are certain things like a football player. Okay, I played football,
Okay.
and I can definitely understand before or after a game.
Mhm.
You want to get something in you that's gonna take away that pain because you know it's coming.
Okay.
Now, so but as far as it enhancing your performance,
Yeah.
no, that you're not gonna tell me that it enhances your performance. Now, all of us under that illusion, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm under the illusion that before I study for a test, if I smoke a blunt, I retain things better. You
Mhm.
know,
Yeah.
that's but that's that's just one of the things that you tell yourself. Whether or not it's true, it
Yeah.
might not be.
Mhm.
But I do not think in sports like boxing
Okay.
that you should be penalized for using marijuana.
Oh, why? Because they legalized weed now?
No, because
Okay.
because as I previously stated, it is not a performance enhancing drug. You're not going to run faster because you smoked a blunt.
Hold
You're
on.
not you're not going to throw twice as many jabs because you smoked a blunt.
That's not true. I know
What
I
do you mean
smoked.
that's not?
When
Hold
I
on, hold
was
on,
in my
hold on,
days
hold
of
on,
smoking
hold on,
weed.
hold on.
Okay.
I'm, how old are you?
48.
I've been smoking longer than you've been living.
Okay.
So
But
hold on.
go ahead.
So just like you know, like just like me trying to tell you
Okay.
about throwing a jab in the ring,
Okay.
that makes as much sense as you trying to tell me as a non-smoker
Yeah.
to somebody that's been smoking more than 50 years.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Let me say this then.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever smoked a blunt and got in the ring. I have.
No. And I would not because as I said before, I know that marijuana is not a performance enhancing drug.
That's why you don't do it. I'm
Uh,
telling you, I
uh,
smoked a
uh,
blunt and got in the ring and sparred. It felt like I was just man, like I was Mike Tyson.
yeah,
Yeah.
until that guy hit you in the face,
No, I
and
just
you
look. It made me feel like I was way better than I really was. You know,
didn't I just say that it, you know, so it might
it-
just because it makes you feel, that you were better than what you was, it didn't make you better than what you was. Whereas if you had taken a steroid or something like that, that makes you either stronger or that enhances your performance. You're not going to tell me that you threw a harder. You might have threw more, but you're not going to tell me you threw them harder.
right. You no. I listen. I'm gonna tell you, I threw him harder. I felt like I threw him harder. I mean, you
You
gotta remember,
felt
like,
like you threw them hard.
see,
I bet if you had one of them machines in front of you that measured how the
yeah.
power that you hit it with, it would have been a different story.
See, but
But yeah, you felt like you enhanced your performance. But those that
see,
probably watched you was probably saying, "Wow, something different about K9."
I'm just listen. Those guys, for instance, you just
You,
not in your
you
right
see what
mind.
Jimbo Slice just put there? The
Yeah,
power of the herb, the power of the mind.
yeah. And you see what D just said? Okay, he just ain't knowing.
And like I said, between you and D'Angelo, I probably smoke more blunts than y'all weigh.
But you see, look, D'Angelo has saw me before. He done saw me hit a blunt.
You don't drink Old English and got that ring in one fight.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I done been out there on the streets. You know what I mean? And man, he done put one up in the air like this. And it was night for the opponent.
And how many fights had your opponent had when that happened?
We was even because I wasn't a boxer at the time. I was, just
Oh, okay. Oh, you just talk about fighting. Okay, well
just
that
regular
that's
fight.
a, that's a whole that's a whole lot different than a guy getting in. No, I'm talking about guys on a professional level.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. On a professional.
like for instance,
Yeah.
your boy doing cocaine,
Okay, who that?
Oscar.
Oh yeah. See, that's
See that's a whole lot. If smoking a couple joints is one thing, getting off
right.
on that hard stuff, getting off on steroids, that's a whole different case. You know,
Right.
I can forgive a fighter for smoking a blunt. I can't
Right.
forgive him for taking a couple lines of cocaine or taking steroids.
Yep. I just thank God that, in the times that I did smoke my little weed, whatever, that I stopped in enough time to not get tested dirty. Because, they first thing they gonna do is say he got caught or he failed a drug test. And even
Right.
though it might have been smoking weed, they'll just say I was on steroids or
Well,
cocaine. They can say whatever they want to say.
tell him you had dinner with Canelo. That's all. Yeah. Tell him you and Canelo had the same stakes. It
Nah.
worked. It worked for
Oh,
Canelo.
they're good.
It,
Yeah,
it worked for Canelo out here in San Diego. Tell him you had dinner with Canelo.
yeah. I'm just telling you, like, I'm just saying, like, you shouldn't smoke nothing when and you a boxer.
No.
You
You
should,
shouldn't. You shouldn't smoke. Period. You shouldn't smoke. Period. I don't care what it is. If you're a
no,
boxer, if
you're an
you're a
athlete.
boxer,
Yeah,
and you know, and you're on your game, you should not have anything. You shouldn't smoke anything, whether it's vaping, whether it's I don't care what it is. I don't. Now remember. I came up in an era when they had cigar smoke and cigarette smoke, and everybody in in the building was smoking.
yeah,
When you think about it, like Boom Boom Mancini and all them guys back there, you smoked in the arena. So whether them guys smoked or not, it didn't matter. They had to fight through that when they was fighting. But I don't think any fighter should fight should smoke. As a runner, I know, and it was one of the reasons why I quit smoking cigarettes is because it took a lot of my wind. But that's when I decided that I couldn't smoke cigarettes and smoke weed at the same time. So I cut out the cigarettes. But I don't think, see, Sugar Ray was coked up. Back in those days, everybody was either coked up. I mean, you didn't have the same type of drug test. In fact, I don't even know whether you had drug tests back then.
all right. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But boy, oh boy, I'm telling you, man. It just give you a false courage. I could go. I could.
Yeah. That and you said what you said, false
Yeah,
courage.
yeah.
That's the key.
But the thing
False.
about it, though, the false courage that I had was not false because I went out there and was beating people up off drinking a 40 ounce or drinking some liquor.
But you had natural ability. That was
That's
what
true.
you
That's
did.
true
You
too.
you
That's
had
true too.
natural ability. That
I could fight. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's
But,
what you
but it
do.
gave me the desire or the want to do it, the courage. It still gave me courage to do it because I would have did it if
Yeah.
I wasn't blowed,
Oh
I
yeah,
wasn't
of
high,
course.
I wasn't buzzed or drunk. I wouldn't have did it.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, we've all done things while we was under the influence of something.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
might have been whether it was the influence of love. We've all done stupid stuff.
yeah,
So, yeah. But it's just certain images that I have about certain athletes like fighters. I think fighters are to me, even though, like I said, I played other sports and football is my passion, but I think
yeah.
fighters are the ultimate athletes. I could never, stand to get that ass beaten every day, you know, for a living. That I mean,
Man, boy.
that's just something. I mean,
Well, I
you
can't
might
jump
be.
out of airplanes for a living.
Well, see,
With a
see,
parachute on.
see,
Man,
you know.
listen, I really get in a ring with somebody that's throwing punches at me and then jump out an airplane in the air. Oh, I don't even like riding airplanes. You gonna jump out one. Oh my goodness. Man, you a bad man. You
Hey,
are unreal. Oh
hey,
my goodness.
look here. I do about 100 airplanes before I go 10 rounds.
Oh
So
my goodness, boy.
it's like I, I ain't
I
have,
be scared. I be
I,
scared I grabbed a backpack instead of a
I,
parachute.
that's why you check it before you ask leave the plane.
There you go.
You
Yeah,
you ain't going in the ring without no gloves. I ain't going out that door without making sure my shit is right. So
that's true. Nah, that's right. There you go. You're right.
I'm gonna do I'm gonna do my checks too. Yeah,
Yeah,
this is yeah yeah. I'm gonna do my
right.
checks, But yeah, man,
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
yeah,
It said that I performed better while smoking weed. I felt like I did. Felt like I did. In the gym, it felt like I did. But that's because I wasn't in my right mind. But I know that if I'd have tried that in a real fight, I'd have been in trouble. Because the devil will use you, ball you up, and throw you away. See, when you in the influence of the marijuana, to a certain extent, that's not you. Why do you think guys can write lyrics and rhymes a lot better when they in influence. They can't even write a rap unless they got a blunt. They be like, all right, man, roll up. They're rolling up.
Hey
They be
man,
flowing.
look,
Yeah, my name's
I'm
Nine. I'm going out my
I,
mind. Yeah, bump and grind all the time. Let's go, champ.
I, and you're right though. I know a lot of rappers out here on
Yeah,
the West Coast that
yeah,
if they ain't blazing, then
yeah.
they ain't rapping.
If they ain't blazing, they ain't staging.
No,
Oh my
you
goodness,
know,
right,
you know,
right.
and
Yeah,
most of the time, if you go in the studio with them, it is a 24/7 thing. But
that's what I'm trying to
uh,
tell you. Yeah,
so like I said, I probably, to be
yeah,
truthful,
yeah.
I probably haven't been high since 1978. You know,
Wow,
but
wow.
but
What
you
you
know.
been smoking? Doodoo.
I,
You been
I,
smoking doodoo.
hey,
What's that doodoo brown?
see,
Doodoo
to
brown.
me, you know
Doodoo
that
brown.
that that, that, that there's a big difference,
Okay.
and people might, I know the younger generation
Yeah.
is going to have a lot to say about this,
Okay.
but back in the day when
Okay.
we smoked pure weed. Now I'm
Yeah.
talking about Acapulco Gold, Panama Red, all of the old strains that you could name.
Yeah.
To
Uh,
me, they were better than this stuff that these guys are growing today using chemicals and all these different kinds of methods and whatnot. I think
yeah.
when we let nature do its thing, that the product was much better than what we're trying to do now, trying to
Yeah.
make man-made stuff. you know
Right.
so yeah, that's why I say, like I just believe that the purity and the quality of the weed was much better a long time ago. See,
Oh, yeah.
I stopped smoking cannabis 8 months ago when dealers decided to ramp up and made it unaffordable. But due to their greed, I managed to save a small fortune. See, you know. But he could, if he was serious, he could also go to, a dispensary. I mean, they're
Yeah.
like as a veteran,
Yeah.
there are dispensaries out here that are run by veterans, and
Oh,
that's
okay.
and that's where
Yeah, that's a discount.
yeah, well, you get a discount, but at my age, I get a senior discount anyway. So
Exactly.
so yeah, but there are veterans organizations, and there are a lot of organizations that are doing good
Yeah.
for people out here because a lot of the weed dealers
Yeah.
happen to donate to worthy causes,
Right.
and now even in boxing where you
Yeah.
don't have weed per se, but
Okay.
you have different people promoting CBD ointments and
Okay.
things like that.
Oil. Yeah.
CBD or Bones Adams
Yeah.
has a
That's what they
line,
do. Yeah, I saw that.
that
I
he
saw that.
promotes.
Right.
So there are benefits from the plant without
Yeah.
having to smoke it.
Exactly. Hey, now they come past me. Every time I look up and see Rick Ross, the real Rick Ross, he be talking about, man, I be eating edibles. You say he be
Yeah,
eating them.
yeah, I used to make them. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I
Uh,
used to make them. As a matter of
you
fact,
you a creator then, huh?
as a matter of fact.
What's that?
Those are gummies, like gummy bears.
Oh, gummy weed?
Yeah, it's in the gummy bears. You
Oh my
chew
goodness.
a couple of them before you go to sleep. Help you sleep.
But what about the kids? The kids are the future. They mess around and get some of that. And be laughing like I don't know what. They be like, man, is it the
Yeah.
cartoons? Like,
Well,
no, it's the
hey,
gummy bear.
just like you keep your cigarettes and your cigars out of the reach of your kids, just
Yes,
like you just treat that I
yeah,
showed you
yeah,
just like it's a weapon, just like it's a gun. You keep it
yes,
away from your kids. You lock it up if necessary.
yes. There you
You know.
go.
So
It's sad, that these kids, man, man, they getting a hold of these guns and everything, man. So many kids done got killed from grabbing a gun. People are, nowadays are very, very careless with so much going on. You got to take your time out when you get in your house, slow all the way down so you can make sure everything, especially if you got kids, everything is put up and out the way.
you
Because these
see,
kids are very
he-
curious.
Kids are curious, Canine, but
Yes.
but here's the thing that you also have to remember,
Yeah.
and as a young, well, as an older man
Yeah.
having two younger kids, not only do they look up to you, but by them being in your home, you are responsible for their safety.
Yes.
So when you come in the house,
Yes.
your house should be your temple. It should be a sanctuary. There should be nothing in you. You shouldn't bring anything in your home or give your kids access to that can harm them.
Right.
If you do indulge, like I say, put it away. Lock it up if necessary. If you have a firearm in your house, lock it up. Keep it out of the way. If you have, if you might be a cancer patient and have pain relievers around the house. Make sure your drugs are locked up. Like you say, kids are curious.
Very.
It is your job as a
Yeah.
parent
Yeah.
to make sure that you keep your kids safe.
Yeah.
So if your kids, and I mean, like I know there are instances where things happen. I know, I understand that, but your job as a parent is to make sure that your kids stay safe.
Yes. That's true. Yeah. That's right, champ.
Well, hey man, get a little serious there,
It's
but
getting serious.
let,
It's getting serious, serious, champ.
but let's get down to K9's corner, man. What's going on? What's happening? I know
Yeah.
you got in a little late
Let's go,
today.
champ.
Uh, you,
Hey,
you
play down
you've been
corner,
you've been
man.
you've been training people and whatnot. Plus, I know you've been out there making sure that everybody is aware of what's going on in the good book and spreading the word.
Yes.
So
There you go,
so
champ.
you know
My
uh,
guy.
it's kind of like even though we're reversed, maybe I should have on the red because I'm the devil, but and
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
we could call
Yeah.
it saints and sinners, but
Okay.
I got on my black hat, so
Yeah.
so we'll make that do. So
Yeah.
what's up with K9's corner?
Oh man, the red stand for we blood, bro. We blood brothers. You hear me? Hey, we all bleed the same. And you really need to really take a look in the mirror and love yourself. I feel like, God created you just like he created me, and we all special. If we wasn't special, we wouldn't have been created. We are all special. And we should love ourselves. And one of the greatest commandments God said was, love thy neighbor as yourself. So love is the greatest commandment there is. And if you love yourself and you love thy neighbor, then why would you dare kill your neighbor and kill yourself? So we had a young man on Facebook Live said that, he was by himself and that his ex-wife was accusing him of molesting his kids and she was pregnant. And he said that I had just killed my ex-girlfriend and now I'm about to go kill my ex-wife and then I'm going to kill myself. So, he was on Facebook Live and he was like, yeah, okay, I'm here right now. He said, yeah, here I am. And she's like, oh, boom. And it went off. So, man, love yourself. If you love yourself, you would never kill yourself. You love thy neighbor, you would never kill your neighbor. Man, love is the greatest commandment that God said is love. And man, we got to really love each other, man. We got to love yourself, man, by all means. How can you not love yourself? How could you look in the mirror and just say, punch yourself and say, I hate myself? How could you do that? You know what I mean? No matter, at a period of time, I had this big nose and I realized that I had a big nose and I was thinking about, when I was boxing, I said, man, I want people to hit me in my nose because I don't like this nose. But it's my nose. I love this nose, God gave me this nose. At the end of the day, I'm going to go see God. And when I go see God, I'm going to be thankful, you know what I'm saying, that he gave me something to stay in. But I'm not going to go see him, faster than he want me to come see him. Unlike this young man who didn't love himself. this young man who didn't love his neighbor. And his neighbor was his ex-wife. And his other neighbor was his ex-girlfriend. Listen, if she don't want to be with you, let her go. Move on. You know? I mean, you can't force her to be with you. If she don't want to be with you, she done moved on. Move on. Ain't no, thing down there, that powerful to make you want to kill somebody. Is it that powerful that you want to kill yourself and that person? Think about other people other than yourself. He thought about himself and himself only. He thought about how he felt. He didn't think about that she got kids. If it's your ex-wife, he probably had kids by her. What about them? So now you're going off yourself and your neighbor. It's just sad, man. It's sad, man. And, I just hope that, everybody that watched, the Dog Pound, they know we have fun, we crack jokes, man, but we love each other, you know what I mean? We love thy neighbor, and we want peace and we want happiness. And that's what I got at K9 Boxing, JK. I love you, man. I love you. I would never off you. You hear me? I would never kill you, shoot you. You know what I mean? I would never shoot me. I would never shoot my wife. I love her. No matter how mad she made me, I'm never going to off her or me. I'm going to think about her, think about her kids. I'm going to think about me. I'm going to think about what would Jesus do? You remember that WJD? People used to walk around with that hat or them wristbands. What would Jesus do? He would turn the other cheek. He would never kill himself or kill the next person. No, man. Listen. Yeah, you can find me, JK, at K9 Boxing on all social media for all the fans and the people that's tuning in. I'm on Instagram at K9 Boxing, Facebook K9 Boxing, and the merch, the good K9 had that JK got on looking smooth, the black and white boy, and it's red and black boy. And you can get it at www.k9boxingfitness.com. And man, hey JK, ooh, look at him, man. You got a thunderous up, boy. Look at you. Look at him. Boy.
See, they come in many colors and many styles.
Many styles, boy. You hear me? Yeah. There you go. That's fire. Fire. He's on fire. Boy, oh boy. And they all go with that Pittsburgh color.
I gotta get one of them hoodies now, though, man. It's getting cold out here in California.
Yeah. Let me know. Hit me up and remind me. I got you. It never rains in Southern California, except today.
Hey, let's see. We like to think who's this? Kayan Adams. He had a lot of comments tonight. I thought I saw my boy Vinny Roth on here earlier tonight too. Strong discernment. Had some comments for us, Vinny Roth.
Yep. Crying hippie.
Crying hippie, so yeah. So yeah.
D, what's up, D from Dexter? Yeah.
Yeah, so we'd like to thank any of our audience. You want to follow me, just look under J.E. King 3. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, all of them. I got to get some more of them little things up there so you can donate to me like you do to K9. But hey,
right. They don't donate though. They cheat.
They cheat. Hey, don't just subscribe and like. Give us one of them donations, man. Couple dollars here, couple dollars there, hey, man.
Right. We trying to get
help us. Help us keep the Dog Pound on the air.
They don't understand.
Yeah, they think it's all about these bright smiles and stuff. Hey, it take a little cash to bring for y'all to hear us every week. So
absolutely, we ain't gonna take it and buy Gucci. We're not gonna buy Gucci.
No, hey,
no.
We ain't trying to get a Bentley, but nice Lexus, no. But hey, just if you feel in the holiday spirit, throw us a little donation, a little cash, and we will appreciate it. And
absolutely, it's just going to the channel.
And we'll be here every Tuesday. showing you, that we appreciate your support.
Yep,
So
absolutely. And we'll be D, man, D, we gonna be going live. You know the D right there, D from Dexter. What's good in the hood is every Friday. Every Friday. Well, it's every Wednesday, but it'll be this Friday because D won't be available in time. So there
get
you
your
go.
game up, okay? Get your game
Angela
up. What's
Williams.
that?
Yeah, who
Okay.
that? Yeah. I don't know who said that. What did he say? Get your game up.
Just get your game up. He said, "What's up, K9?" I'm not.
Okay, yeah. What up though? I didn't
Okay.
see it. I don't see him on there. Yeah.
I'm down here right after he was a couple comments down, but yeah,
Okay.
we'd like to thank everyone that did stop in, give us comments,
Yeah.
and if you got any things that you guys want to discuss, let us know. We can talk about it. And K9, I think a feature that we should do starting next year
Yeah.
is maybe we can donate or give some time to some of our listeners. Let them call in and talk with the
Oh
champ
yeah.
live.
Let's do it.
You know,
Definitely for
yeah,
sure. There you
So
go.
there's just some things that we might incorporate next year. So you know
Yeah. Yeah. We don't know about I don't know about no Larry Elder, motivation speaker. Yeah.
who
He said like somebody named man, Larry Elder. I don't know about no Larry Elder.
Larry Elder is the guy that ran for governor out here in California.
Okay.
A black conservative.
Yeah, okay. You gotta talk to James on his show before that one. On his
Yeah,
other show.
yeah. To tell to come on Monday and we can talk about Mr. Elder.
There you go.
So okay, yeah, I
Yep.
got something for you. Okay, so anyway, hey, a great show tonight, K9.
Yeah, appreciate
Appreciate it
you.
as always, man, and I'll
Yep.
talk to you with you next week.
Hey, listen, make sure your homeboy get him some earphones or quit talking on the computer so he won't be at us echoing. People think it's us echoing and it was him echoing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had the same problem when I first came on tonight too. So I had to plug in mine. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All
All right, man.
right.
You have a
Peace, my
great
brother.
week.
God bless y'all.
Yeah. Don't
Hashtag dog.
remember next week is Christmas. Are you going to be here next week, K9? Is this going to be our last show before Christmas, or today or
It
next
might
week?
Tuesday, 'cause I think when is Christmas? Christmas ain't to, a Friday or something
Christmas
like
is
that.
next. Let's see. I'm going to Texas for Christmas. Christmas is Saturday.
Saturday, yeah. So this
Yeah,
Saturday,
next Saturday.
next Saturday, yeah, next Saturday. No, we live next Tuesday because it won't be Christmas.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'll holler at you then. See you
All
next
right,
week.
all right,
All
champ. All
right,
right,
dog.
come on, happy. All right, everybody. Yeah.